Most business owners are using ChatGPT the wrong way. They're getting it to write emails and posts while still making important decisions the exact same reactive way they always have. And that's the real problem. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT properly with 3 powerful approaches you can start using straight away in your business. At the end, I'll also give you a simple but effective framework you can use every time you work with ChatGPT, so you get better results and avoid costly mistakes. You've probably seen AI tools everywhere and thought, great, I can use this to write emails, posts, maybe even get some free legal advice. But there's a much more powerful way to use tools like ChatGPT, one that helps you make better decisions, save time, and focus on the things that actually move your business forward. Hi, I'm Peter. I've got a background in law and aerospace engineering, and I've spent over 12 years as a consultant building systems, frameworks, and processes in complex environments. I now help professionals and business owners implement a clear decision architecture so they can stay in control, even as AI keeps changing the game. Let's get into the 3 powerful ways you can use ChatGPT in your business. Instead of treating ChatGPT like a content machine that spits out emails and posts, start treating it like a thinking partner. Someone you can bounce ideas off, organize messy information with, and build better rules around your specific situation. Here are 3 approaches you can use. The first one is stress testing decisions. Most of us make decisions based on what we already know or what we've picked up from others, whether it's online or face-to-face. We look at options and then choose what feels best. A much stronger way is to stress test those ideas before you commit time and money. You can give ChatGPT your options and ask it to rank them against parameters that actually matter to you. So here's an example prompt that I used. I'm running a small business with 5 employees, and I sell personal and protective equipment to local industry in my area. And you can specify the area. I'm looking to expand. One option is offering training to my existing clients. Another is adding similar products like firefighting equipment. Now, rank these ideas against local industry needs, cost to implement, timeframe, and any legal requirements. Then suggest alternative ideas and rank the top 2 based on high industry need, lowest cost, shortest timeframe to implement, and minimal legal requirements. When I ran this version on ChatGPT, it came back with extra ideas I hadn't even considered, like first aid kits, or selling first aid kits, spill kits, respiratory fit testing services, and ranked everything against criteria set. Now, that's useful, but only if you have a way to properly assess what it gives you. And I'll show you that framework at the end. Number 2 is using an industry expert approach to generate options. Now, this one doesn't get talked about much, but it's powerful. Let's say you follow someone in your industry who has a clear way of evaluating opportunities. You can take the criteria process and get ChatGPT to apply it to your situation. You feed in the information you're looking at, then ask ChatGPT to evaluate the options using that expert's approach and rank them from best to worst. The key here is that you need to actually understand the expert's process yourself. If you don't, you're just getting another layer of noise. When you do understand it, this becomes a structured way to cut through the messy information. Number 3 is creating decision filters or personal rules. Most people make decisions with no real methodology. They just decide to move on. You can take your past decisions and turn them into useful filters. Give ChatGPT the following for each decision that you've made. Number 1 is what thought process you used. 2, what options you considered. 3, what you decided. 4, what the impact was, positive, negative, or unexpected. And the last one, what you learned. Once you've given it several examples, ask it to create a set of decision filters or personal rules based on your patterns. You can also add personal preferences. For example, I prefer to look at nil cost or low cost options first before considering anything that requires significant time or money. Over time, this gives you a clearer, more consistent way of making decisions instead of starting from scratch every time you need to make a new decision. So to quickly recap, the 3 approaches are stress test your decisions by setting clear parameters and getting ChatGPT to rank your ideas. 2 is use an expert's process or criteria to evaluate options in a structured way. And 3, turn your past decisions into personal filters and rules you can reuse. And that's a really powerful one because you save time and money. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the number of options AI throws at you, or you're concerned about making expensive mistakes because the output isn't always reliable, this is exactly why I built a structured way of working with these tools. I've developed the AI-proof decision architecture program where I help professionals and business owners create a personalized game plan with systems, process and tools so they can stay in control as AI keeps evolving. If that sounds useful, the link is in the description if you'd like to book a call. And before we finish, here's the simple framework I promise for assessing ChatGPT's output. This matters because the information isn't always accurate and getting it wrong can cost your time and money. So the simple 5-step framework is this. Step 1, set your no-goes before you even start. For example, I don't want any options that could risk my license or create heavy legal compliance. Step 2 is do a quick fact check on anything that doesn't look right, especially claims about costs, timeframes, or regulations. Use common sense here. Step 3, if something still feels ambiguous and you can't easily verify it, speak to a local industry expert before you commit. Step 4, test before you invest. If ChatGPT suggests stocking new products, call a few customers first and ask if they actually need them. Step 5, record what happened. Note the lessons and feed them back into your decision filters so the next round is sharper. Start using these 3 approaches this week. And if you want the full system that sits underneath them, the link is in the description. I'll see you in the next one.